The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Volunteers offense will have the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get...
Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So South Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played.
Turning it on! Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. Give to the running back. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets into the 25.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Right on the money. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Vols want to move quickly. To the air, it's Payne. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a big-time grab there, knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. To go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone. The give to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, South Carolina! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He hurls one deep down the left side. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. Got room on the return. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and that's just what they needed for breathing room. The Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to let it go. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to...
Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The quick out.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Off-play action. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the... This defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Tennessee, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Got a man. It's Mancuso. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities.
There he goes.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
Back to throw, it's Payne. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Finds his man. It's Morrison. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. Powers through the defender. At the 20, he's got space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
Returner is tackled down at the 11, and your Tennessee Volunteers will take over. 1st and 10.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Release to the back. It's on target and complete. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 21.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finds his tight end. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th and
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Payne. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Trying to set up the screen. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Working that left side. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it out quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled at number 4. He picks up the 1st down. And the Vols kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On second and goal, they go right back to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it down the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fakes to grab. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Tennessee, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Payne. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass. Fires left. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. It's complete to the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Hits the open man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's Payne. Got his man.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
The clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Brock. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Good timing on the quick out. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on first down and second and 7. Looking to fire. Back open in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught close to the marker, it's Brock. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's second and 16. Looking down the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here is the Tennessee offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Gamecocks are in the red zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
73, Tennessee, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Vols will line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, South Carolina! Special teams proving to be special.
South Carolina
A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. How about this strong safety here, just trusting his gut and going and making a play on the quarterback?
And you can't coach that. A lot of times people see things or they don't and understand, I can go get him right now. I can understand the situation. There's all kinds of guys throughout history that just have a great feel. He had a great feel on that play, went to the quarterback, got the sack.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. It's complete on the right side. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the balls are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you can tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat,
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Working on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Morrison. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's
slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll try the right side. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a second down play. Trying play action. Looking left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that, a little rub their nose in it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's Keene. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
So here is the Tennessee offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea... And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, South Carolina! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. There he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Calls his own number. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to run for it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good...
It's a fumble on the play. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the 1st down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught. Putting together a real scoring thread here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Yeah, and a really good job by the QB understanding it. Seeing the running back, waiting for him to break. He runs the angle route, breaks inside, throws it right in front of him. Nice touch by the QB, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really important to have that touch too, David, because you got to remember these running backs, yeah, they've got good hands, but they're not stud wide receivers, so the location of the throw has to be good. And also, you got to put a little bit of touch on it and make it easy for him. If you make it easy, they'll make the catch and get you the 1st down.
Makes the grab. It's blocked. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Morrison. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st down from the 11. The give and tick, 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 tick. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the returner will be knocked down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Hold and finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Quarterback running on the draw. The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, it's Brock. Finds some fresh air. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
With the catch, it's Morrison. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beat, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.